Erin Sanders, best known as Quinn Penske from Zoey 101, loves adventure and the outdoors. One sunny afternoon, she set out for a hike in the hills near her home, enjoying the peace and beauty of nature. The sky was blue, the air was sweet, and Erin felt far from the pressures of Hollywood. As she walked, she noticed the breeze picking up and dark clouds gathering on the horizon. At first, she didn't worry. Weather changes fast in the hills. She reached a scenic overlook, taking in the valley below. But the clouds were now a looming gray wall. The wind grew stronger, and a sense of unease crept in. Her peaceful walk was about to become an unexpected adventure. Erin realized she needed to keep an eye on the weather and be ready for anything. The once bright sky was quickly turning ominous. She paused, weighing whether to keep going or turn back. The air felt charged, and the world seemed to hold its breath. Erin decided to head back, but the storm was moving in faster than she expected. The first rumble of thunder echoed in the distance. She picked up her pace, hoping to beat the storm. But nature had other plans. The adventure she hadn't planned for was about to begin. Erin braced herself, determined to stay calm and safe. Sometimes the biggest adventures find you when you least expect them. The storm arrived in a rush. The storm arrived in a rush. The storm arrived in a rush. Dark clouds swallowed the sun, and the world turned gray and cold. Birds and squirrels vanished, leaving an eerie silence. Thunder rumbled, growing louder and closer. Lightning flashed, illuminating the trail for a split second. Erin's heart pounded as rain began to pour, soaking her instantly. The dirt path turned to slippery mud beneath her feet. Each flash of lightning was followed by a deafening crash of thunder. Erin realized she was alone, far from shelter, with the storm directly overhead. She knew she had to act quickly. The wind whipped around her, making it hard to see or think. She scanned the area for a safe place to wait out the worst of the storm. The forest, once welcoming, now felt wild and dangerous. Erin's instincts kicked in. She needed to find lower ground and avoid tall, isolated trees. The rain fell harder, and the storm raged all around her. She moved carefully, determined not to panic. Every step was a challenge, but she kept going. Erin was in the heart of the storm, but she was ready to face it. Sometimes, courage means moving forward even when you're afraid. Fear surged through Erin, but she refused to let it control her. She remembered her character Quinn, always logical, always thinking. Erin took a deep breath, focusing on what she could control. She made a plan. Find shelter, stay low, wait out the storm. Her bravery wasn't the absence of fear, but action in spite of it. She scanned the area, searching for a safer spot. The wind and rain battered her, but she pressed on. Erin's mind raced, but her steps were steady. She was determined not to let the storm defeat her. Each flash of lightning reminded her of the danger, but also of her resolve. She tightened her jacket and moved with purpose. Erin was both a scared hiker and a brave adventurer. Her inner strength began to shine through. She knew she could handle this, one careful step at a time. The storm was fierce, but so was she. Sometimes the greatest strength is simply not giving up. Erin remembered the rules. Avoid tall, isolated trees and high ground. She moved off the overlook, searching for a safer spot. Slipping in the mud, she found a dense thicket of shrubs and younger trees. It wasn't perfect, but it was the best shelter she could find. Erin crouched low, making herself a small target. The branches shielded her from the worst of the rain. She stayed off the open ground, keeping her contact with the earth minimal. Thunder boomed and lightning flashed, but she felt safer in her makeshift shelter. Erin's quick thinking and calm actions were her best defense. In the heart of the storm, she relied on her knowledge and courage. Huddled in her shelter, Erin reflected on the power of nature. She realized how small and vulnerable she was compared to the storm, but she also discovered her own strength. She stayed calm, made smart choices, and kept herself safe. The experience gave her a new respect for the natural world. It also gave her confidence. She could handle more than she thought. Little worries from her daily life now seemed insignificant. Facing a real storm put everything in perspective. Erin felt grateful for her safety and for the lessons she'd learned. The storm had tested her, but it had also changed her. She promised herself never to take simple things for granted again. As the rain eased and thunder faded, Erin felt a new sense of pride. Sometimes the hardest moments teach us the most. The storm passed, leaving the world fresh and bright. Erin emerged from her shelter, stiff but safe. A rainbow arched across the valley, and relief washed over her. She was proud of how she'd handled the ordeal. The forest came back to life, birds singing once more. Erin walked back to her car, tired but filled with new confidence. She knew she'd remember this day forever. At home, she reflected on her experience and wanted to share what she'd learned. Always check the weather before hiking, no matter how sunny it seems. If you're caught in a storm, avoid high ground and tall trees. Find low shelter and stay small. Most importantly, stay calm and think clearly. Erin's unexpected adventure became a story of strength and wisdom. Sometimes, the best lessons come from the wildest storms.